Uh, Frankly, I've struggled, as in I'm very much appreciating a little bit of respite now, and you can rest assured that there won't be any new achievements on my feed, at least for a couple months.
Don't believe it. I don't believe it, but
But
sure.
yeah. So to start with, I sort of had a rough idea of when my battles were going to be for the start of the year. Like I knew I was battling Crow maybe 2 months before, I had a good deal of time to prep for it. And the same with Frost. And eventually Georgie, although that one took a little bit of time to be confirmed. So I didn't feel like I was really rushing and expending loads of energy. I felt like I was ticking over at a good pace for most of the year. And then it was in essentially the last month since the Georgie battle that I then got the offer for the Lazy battle and the Loso battle in close proximity. And I'd planned on finishing for the year after the Georgie thing, and I kind of had a decision: do I do one? Do I do both? Do I do either? And I just figured I might as well try to ride the wave I was on just for this last month. But it has absolutely taken it out of me.
So, okay, take yourself back to, because the Georgie Battle is where we met. So, pleasure meeting you again, by the way. It was lovely.
Likewise.
I will say that the performance you gave that day was spirited, energetic, polished, professional. Now, you get done, and you're thinking to yourself, right, whew, okay, what a year, great. And then you get those two offers. What's the mindset of a man that decides to take not one, but both of them, when I know what, again, it's been mentioned a million times on this show and on other shows, other platforms, battle rap is unique because the reps and the practice and the anticipation of a battle is fucking killer. It's a
Right.
monster of it. So how do you go, do you know what? No, one doesn't sound like enough. I think I want two. I think I'll take two. Go on, I'll do two of those. Like, what goes through your mind when you say yes to that?
So I think to answer that question, because you're absolutely right, the sort of mental gymnastics beforehand really are quite strenuous. And for me personally, that's the most draining part. The performance and all of that's more of a pleasure at the end, it's the build up that I struggle with. So in order to answer your question, it's important to say that I was offered the lazy battle beforehand. So I was offered that shortly after the Georgie battle, a week or two after maybe. Um, and I'm not sure exactly when it got confirmed, but I'd sort of said we'd penciled it in at least to add it to that card. And it had been rolling around in my head. But as I say, I'd sort of thought I was going to be done after the Georgie battle. And I'd kind of figured, right, I've kind of got 6 weeks to just muster up whatever I've got. And I wanted to take a little bit of time to relax. As the date was approaching, I think I found myself maybe a month out or 3 weeks out, panicking a little bit. I had material, but not to the level that I was normally prepped. Um, and then it was one evening that week when called me. I think it was on, or no, it was the morning. I think it was on Friday morning. Called me to ask about battling Loso on the Sunday. Um, and so in that moment, that's when I had the decision where it was like, do I just hang up the phone because that's ridiculous? Or am I like, actually, this is exactly what I need to kick me up the arse kind of thing? And so that's why I took both battles, because actually I was too lazy to do one of them. So I ended up doing both,